Hi everyone, I'm here with a quick share of a journal that I created for a swap with the wonderful and talented Paula Bynum. She is an artist of many interests, and this is an art journal for her. Forgive my hands, they are extra dry and icky. We are doing a lot of outdoor homesteady chores to get ready for spring here, and I have my hands in dirt and on outdoor tools and blisters. And so anyways, had so much fun making this. Paula is interested in so many areas of art, and it just gave me such a wide range of things to work with to create this. She loves the colors of blue and maroon, navy and maroon. So I tried to get as many dark blues and burgundies throughout. With the buttons and the tassels and the sari. This is a really neat chenille fabric on the front, but it's like an upholstery on the back. It was really quite thick, and I love working with that. The spine is covered with embroidered velvet with sequins. Isn't that pretty? I had this in my specialty bin, and I don't know if it came in a batch from Sheila Gingrich or from Michelle Suget, but thank you. And it's just perfect for this. And there's the bag. This is the first journal that I've made hardcover where I've done a lot of the drippings, the lace, and little petticoats at the bottom, and it worked out quite well. I was really pleased with that. Inside we have a great image of this gal. Let me just zoom you in a bit. There you go. Can you see me? I can see you. Okay. Needle and thread in a little pocket here. I've put the beads that actually come around the front of it on the inside, and it made for a really nice effect without having to mount them on the outside. They still came out from the cover, and that worked out really well. So Paula likes to paint with a number of different types of paint, and I tried to include oil and watercolor and acrylics, different things through here. There's a Monet. Lots of artists' quotes throughout here, and lots of sewing quotes. Love that weekend forecast, sewing with no chance of cooking or cleaning. Little tea-dyed lace daisies there, just dripping out the bottom. Little pocket inside a pocket. There's a charm of a palette with paintbrushes. I love this dark blue silk netting with the trim on it. It's great, great touch. This is a page out of a book of paintings with poems. I love the festive party they seem to be having on the canal there. Great colors. And a summer evening poem on the back. This is John Waterhouse, I believe. I love the blue in that dress, and I tried to work as much blue as I could throughout. Edith Holden page. some pretty fabric. Has all different squares of art that reminded me of a stained glass almost effect. Love using those for tabs. And kittens moshing in the artist's box of supplies. A little fancy stitching on some sari. It's a Van Gogh iris. Someone let me know when professional pinner becomes a career option. A little Jane Davenport washi. I love the watercolor effects she uses with her sketches, and then she puts it onto different mediums, and love the washi. Happiness is a fold bobbin. A little safety pin down here, going through the page and the lace with some pretty beading. These are teardropped shape beads, and I've been looking everywhere for specific colors, and yes, I found them on Amazon. So if you just search teardrop beads, you might be able to find these still if you're interested. And I just thought that that was such a nice connector to break up some of these strings of beads that are mostly metallic or wooden. So a little fancy stitching on some ribbon there. A little paper clip at the bottom with a nice tassel that can be moved anywhere. All good things come to those who craft. There's a little charm of a sewing machine there. This is one of several concept pages that I put in the art journal of different artsy endeavors that Paula enjoys, and she loves cross-stitching, as do I. So I found some ribbon that kind of looked like cross-stitching. And then I used fancy sewing machine, several different stitches that also look like cross-stitch with the X's. A little charm of some embroidery thread wrapped around a little skein, a little bobbin. And another pocket inside a pocket. A little bit more of that ribbon there. There is a dangly attached with just a safety pin. And a button on the other side. I like to party, and by party I mean stay at home in my PJs and do crafts. I think we'll be doing a bit of partying, if that's the definition, for a while. These are watercolors by Degas as ballerinas. Some more fancy stitching down the sari. Watercolors are something that Paula enjoys working with, and the primary colors always reminded me of the watercolors that I've worked with, so I just thought this would be a fun page, and it pops. Some really fun fabric, and this daisy trim, which they've had available for the past 6 months to a year at Joann Fabric, and the little Jane Davenport washi down there. Paula likes to work with mixed media, and I am not real proficient in a lot of the layering ink texture, I guess texture type embossing that a lot of you all are, but I did try to layer several different items with the metal cogs, and I have stitched word clouds on top of stenciled tea-dyed pages. So that's mixed media. A little button on some lacy burlap. Great iris picture. The Art of Color. This is the art student. This is a Rockwell cover, and I've just backed it with some tea dye paper there. A few idioms about sewing or stitching, and here's a festive book plate. Here's a little Van Gogh that just popped, I thought, and some stamping of paint tubes. Another Van Gogh. The blues just seem to blend really well with the color theme. This charm on this tab is a little crafter's cup, and it has paintbrushes and pens and scissors in it. Little ruffle. Here's another pretty book page out of that Paintings and Poems book. I think both sides of this have a really pretty painting on it. Paula enjoys scrapbooking, so I used a page of some of my favorite scrapbook paper and just stitched it in there. It's already kind of collaged, so it reminded me of what I would use as a backboard to maybe start a scrapbooking page. Got a little self-portrait of Norman Rockwell there. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy fabric. And another Rockwell. Back to Tita. I love that image. The Determined Artist. It's another Monet with a lot of blue in it. That's his wife and child out in the garden. And some more stitching sayings, quotes. Love that lace trim. It came that way with the pink stitched through it. I just think that's so quaint and delicate looking. Another gal stitching by the window, which we all know is the best light to do our stitching in. Starry Night with a stitched index card. And here we have one of the butterflies on a quailless safety pin with both metallic and wooden beads. And then to the back cover. Love that digi. I think that's so cute. For some reason, when I look at this, I think of Gail Augustinelli because she's done so many wonderful kids' themes and just retro memory-evoking things. A little stitching there. I love that toddler examining and the picture in the artist studio. And a few drippies here off the back doily. She believed she could, so she did. And a little owl there. A pair of scissors. So that's my art book for Paula. Thank you so much for doing a swap with me, and I look forward to getting this to you, and I won't post the video until you've received it. And thank you everyone for popping in today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.